I read I Dissent by Debbie Levi and illustrated by Elizabeth Bradley. It is a William Allen White Award winner. It was published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers. Its copyright date is 2016. It is a picture book and a biography. It has about 40 pages, and the appropriate ages is about 4 to 8. It's really a good book for any age, for children. But it starts out with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and she is her family's Jewish, and she's just living in a world where boys are meant to do everything, girls are just supposed to marry the boys, and her mother definitely disagrees with that, which is where she gets all this from. So her whole growing up, she protests and disagrees with things, and here she actually, her teacher wanted her to write with her right hand, even though she's left-handed, and so she ended up protesting because she writes with her left hand. So she grows up, she gets really good grades in high school, and she's an amazing student, involved in a lot of things, and the day before her graduation, her mom dies, and so this is that. She ends up still going to college because she knows that's what her mom would want her to do. In college, she meets Marty, and they fall in love, get married. They both end up going to law school, and they have a kid. They end up having another kid a couple years later. And so she goes off to law school. She graduates at the top of her class. She tied for first. And even though she did, she couldn't get any jobs because no one wanted to hire a woman until she finally, a judge, hired her. And she had a couple more jobs after that, but she actually ended up being picked for a justice. So she became the first woman Jewish justice in the there. And so that was really cool, and that's basically how it ended, just talking about how she disagreeing and fighting for her beliefs. And so the illustrations, I could talk about the illustrations for hours. I love them. But they're really, really colorful, as you can see by the ones. And the pictures they're just as important as the text in this book. You get just as much from them. They're colorful. You can always see the reactions, and I love the writing that they do on them. And I believe that the pictures are watercolor and just a regular paintbrush. The theme is just fight for what you believe in, fight for yourself, fight for your beliefs, be persistent about it. And then the setting is from 1940 to the present. That's when she was growing up. And she was born in Brooklyn, New York. So that's where most of the story happens. And then along with the theme is why this is a good book for children, because it shows children, like not even just females, but males, that they can do whatever they want. But especially for females, because sometimes this world is considered a boys' world. And this shows them that they can do whatever they want, as long as they believe it. And so, yes, that is why this is a good book for children. It also teaches them that they can disagree with things. That's okay. They don't have to have the same opinion as everyone else. And then my activity, I said that I would write down a sentence on the board and have students write it down on a piece of paper and copy it, and then I would have them do it again, but with their non-dominant hand, so that they could see what it was like for Ruth having to write with her non-dominant hand.